Hello there Internet and welcome back to Geeky Ent, and on this episode we are going to be unboxing the relatively new McFarlane Mortal Kombat Spawn figure. Now this was pretty difficult to find, however Big Bad Toy Store did come through with finding this for me, or in other terms actually having it available. So let's go ahead and look at the packaging first. It's got the bright green background. It's got the Mortal Kombat insignias. Across over here, you got the famous Spawn font with a nice graphic of Spawn himself. Side packaging here, we got another representation of the figure, not just a picture of Spawn, but the actual figure. And here we have a nice action figure photography of Spawn. And here we have the Mortal Kombat logo here. So let's go ahead and get this guy opened up. So when you take him out of the box, I'm going to just go ahead and do it here from the bottom here. So this is how he looks like out of the packaging. Just like the DC McFarlane figures, the multiverse, they do come with a stand. So this one comes with a specific Mortal Kombat insignia stand and with the classic Mortal Kombat logo. And this is how Spawn fits in the packaging himself. On the back here, we got his cape, which is holding these ties here. So we'll just go ahead and so on the back here, we got the cape holding or blocking view of the bungee ties. So we'll go ahead and snip it where we can, probably right there. Alright, so this looks like, nope, there's another hidden bungee tie right here. So we'll go ahead and get that one opened up. Alright, let's see if he comes out now. Alright, and just like all the other DC McFarlane figures that I've owned, very difficult to get out of the packaging. But we're going to go ahead and get him to stand up, hopefully, just for temporary usage here. But I'll give that up. Now, there are different variants of this Spawn figure. One of them comes with a sword, with a shield, I believe. This one that I got has a mace, so you can see the actual detailing on the eyes of the skull on top, the detail paint on the handle, the actual weathering on the steel. Pretty cool. McFarlane always puts their top-notch attention into details when it comes to making figures, and this is actually a pretty cool weapon. He does have this in the Mortal Kombat 11 game. This one, I'm not too sure which one is more difficult to find in terms of which weapon you choose, but I believe all the Spawn figures are the same throughout whichever weapon choice you do happen to have. Now, let's talk about the actual detail first before we talk about articulation. So you can see here the classic detailed comic book look of Spawn. You can see the chain detail on this figure. Pretty nice paint job across the board. The cape itself is a soft plastic, so it's not a soft good, but it is a hardish soft plastic, if that makes any sense. So you can't bend it, but it does stay in place. But the detail on there is pretty phenomenal, especially when you look at the top part versus the bottom part. You got the darker red versus the lighter red. Talk about articulation now. So articulation, it does have a ball joint and it looks like no dumbbell at the head. He does have swivels and bends at the shoulders, and they are ratchet joints. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but they do make a ratchet sound. Probably not. Swivels at the biceps. He's got double joints at the elbow. You can see right there. And he's got a swivel and a bend at the wrist, so you can be able to hold his weapon of choice, whichever figure you have of him. Same thing with the other side. Legs. Across the board, same thing, double knee joint. He's got a bend at the ankle, rockers at the ankle, and bends at the toes right here, so you can get a better viewpoint of his toes. Now on this one here, on this side, it's just a covering of it, so it's not molded. It is molded into place, this extra little shin guard, but it is synonymous with Spawn. I'll be honest, I have not read too many Spawn comics. I have seen that debacle of a movie back when it was first made with John Leguizamo as Clown, but I wasn't a big fan of that movie just because it kind of took away the point of who Spawn is as a character. And the main actor who played it, I forget his name, but he does have, he did play one of the, what do you call him, one of the crime lord guys in The Dark Knight. Go ahead and check him out. Go ahead and drop a comment below if you guys do know his name, who played Spawn in that early 90s movie. Other than that, not too much to talk about this figure. He does not come with interchangeable hands, so the only way to pose with his weapon is the hands that come with the figure. So for that, you just go ahead and put it in. It's got a nice little tight squeeze on there, which makes it better for gripping, but can't go wrong with that. Last but not least for Spawn, just basically how tall he is. Looks like he's gonna come in at around 7 inches or so. So we'll go ahead and see it there. Yep, a tad over 7 inches. So it does fit nicely in line with all your 7-inch collectibles, especially the 6-inch NECA figures. Now, would I recommend it? Yes. I mean, I am a little bit more biased towards McFarlane figures. My hierarchy of collectibles is NECA, McFarlane, then Hasbro, then followed by Mattel. But if I had to choose, if I wanted to pick this figure up, and I'm a comic guy or a comic person and I enjoy comics, yes, this figure would actually make me want to know more about the character Spawn. And it kind of follows the same storyline of like the Crow. He was basically murdered and then he came back to life via the demon and basically became the demon's right-hand man. It's a long, convoluted story, but they did hit the recent milestone this year of its 300th issue, which is very remarkable in the comic business. But until then, guys, if you guys like this video, go ahead and click that. If you guys like this video, go ahead and click that like button. If you guys want to get notified on when Geeky Ent does have videos releasing, go ahead and click that notification bell. If you guys want to see anything different on our videos, go ahead and drop a comment below. If you guys like the video and want to go ahead and let us know your thoughts on whether or not you should collect this McFarlane Spawn figure from Mortal Kombat, go ahead and drop a comment as well. Until then, most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Until then, most importantly, don't forget to sub to our channel. It'll definitely help us out. And until then, we will see you on the next video. Have fun.